Hello, brothers and sisters of light, and welcome to my page. My page is about common sense, but I try to keep it down under the nitty gritty, under 10 minutes. And if it goes over 10 minutes, it's something very, very, very important. And not important to liberals, libertards, people who believe in God, people like to smoke, people that drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT. Listeners' discretion is advised. When I say people who believe in God, it's just people who believe in an external God. They don't believe in a God within themselves. And there are lots of people out there who believe in the riffraff of externalism. So you'll read something and you'll hear something, but you kind of forget who you were on the inside. If you have any comments, questions, insults, or even roast fest, you put that shit down below. It'll be monitored, screened, and approved, okay? So this video is going to be about the problem with ambition, okay? A lot of times, I consider most rich people, I said most, now keep in mind there's a verb I'm saying, I said most. There are people who are actually very wealthy, who are very ambitious, and actually give back to society. All right? Yes. The Aboriginal people don't believe in selfishness, okay? Even the Native Americans don't believe in selfishness, even though they weren't perfect and they had war with one another, okay, in territorials. Teza, you're going to have to go in the room. I'm making the video, all right? Look at her. All right, baby? Okay, I'm just making the video now. So, okay, like I said before, I'm the real McCoy, and I boast about it because I have to. I'm not being arrogant about it, but check it out down below my credentials. And why a lot of guys can't be like me, because I am an indigo child. Above an alpha and above a sigma, all right? All right, okay, now, since we got that out of the way, if you've been watching my videos, and you can gravitate what I'm saying here, you know how to join my Patreon, you know how to get in touch with me. If you need questions or comments, ambition is something that a lot of people tend to look forward towards, especially most women. Women look for security, and they also look for superficialness, okay? While a lot of men look for sexuality, and they'll try to be stable for themselves in their mind, if they're actually going their own way. Like Migto said, men should actually mean guarding your own wallet. Men guarding your own wallet, it should be more appropriate, because men have always been going their own way. Since the dawn of time, men has always been going their way. Most people don't care about men's mental health. But when you're very ambitious, Tessa, go in the room. Go ahead. Go. They got their own room, okay? You always want to be around daddy, which is a good thing. And I'm going to make a video about parenting again because, as I said before, I only make 500 videos per YouTube. I don't make YouTube any money, but they can sometimes steal your product and actually commercialize it. But I really don't care. It's just, they pull my shit down for unknown reasons, because I'm not making them no money. They got me in shadow banned. If you look up my name, you won't be able to find it, but I don't mind. I don't care about that. And my videos are not pertaining for the masses fastest, and I appreciate it. So, as I was saying before, when you're ambitious and you're making millions and millions of dollars, it is your responsibility. You ever heard of the thing with Spider-Man and Uncle Ben said to him, he said, come great power, come great responsibility. That also can relate to comes great wealth, comes great responsibility. Because you got to think about your spirituality. Okay, you got all these $50 million and shit like that, but you can't offer just $1 million or even some advice to help someone up. You can't spread the wealth or the love because you've been hurt too much. Because I've been always a missionary. As I said before, it's the ones who have nothing that seems to be the most giving and thoughtful. It's strange, though, but there are people like that. And once enough of these individuals come to grow up in society, that pathology leads on to the wealthy to try to be the same. But it's too late. It'll be too late for you because do you ever read in the Bible and it actually says that those people who are wealthy will not make it into the kingdom of heaven? Y'all don't know about that? Yeah, you better give that shit away. I'm not having that. I've always been given to the poor. And I'm poor myself, okay? But understand this. I know a lot of you haven't heard of the term live free or die trying. I know you millennials get their head cut off everywhere in the wind, okay? They won't listen to a Gen X like me, okay, when I speak wisdom and facts, okay? But when you have that much wealth, okay, you also have power. You know, remember Uncle Ben, okay, comes great power, comes great responsibility. Wealth is a form of power. But also, there's something missing here. There's the spiritual aspect of having all that power and all that wealth. You can actually move things. Things can actually be moved around. You can actually help society, okay? A lot of times when I hear people talk about Black Lives Matter, this is beside the point here. You got to understand one thing. People, when they talk about stuff, they can do stuff, but they don't want to do it because they're selfish. And that selfishness will possibly be, you'll be reborn in the next life. I said time don't exist. You could be born in any time, dimension, or space, okay? When you die. When you die, you don't know when you're going to be reborn. You could be reborn in 1938. There's many parallel universes, hypothetically speaking, okay? But please understand this, that I'm not your average man. No, I'm not your Peter Pan. Why am I getting these motherfucking calls? Okay, who the hell is calling me? Yeah. But anyway, I just delete them. Maybe I just turn off this. Okay, let me there we go. I get calls when I'm doing a video. That's the spirit telling you, hey, they're trying to distract me from trying to give a good message. Okay, but I'm trying to tell you, when you're ambitious, there's a lot of work to be done when you don't want to be poor anymore. I've been homeless twice, and I realized the value of being at peace. When you're wealthy and you can have people chasing after you, you got to cover your ass. You got to worry about lawyers. You got to worry about the incident that happened with Bill Cosby, even though he didn't rape those women, okay? Or those women who desired to be raped and they didn't say nothing until 50 years later because they knew they was going to cash in, okay? Because you know how things are. Ambitiousness can lead to a lot of trouble. And if you don't get rid of the wealth that you have, or so-called wealth that you have, okay, into my bank accounts, okay, so I can help other people, by the way, you're going to get yourself in a lot of trouble. So you better get onto my Patreon and try to help, because I do help the poor. As a matter of fact, I'm more international. Okay, I do things internationally. When I make my videos internationally about helping children learn English dynamically, okay, not academically, okay, people frown upon what I do, okay? They call me different names, but I don't really care about that because they're not wealthy enough so I can catch them with the defamation of character, okay? Because I haven't had a wealth full of money for people to talk negative about my videos when they don't even know nothing about me. So they'll just make these judgments about me that you could think all you want. But once you say this person is this, you have defamed someone's character, okay? All right? All right. Okay. So you shouldn't do that. Okay. Look what happened to Alex Jones. Okay. He basically said that, that Sandy Hook was all a fraud and all this other stuff. And then you see how their lawyers came up to get his money. Okay. I think he's in $1 billion debt. But the whole moral what I'm saying here is that even in the Bible, you're fritted upon. Okay. You're looked down upon if you're wealthy. I know you may be wise enough to do those things, but it comes with a great responsibility spiritually. And once you become wealthy and that criteria, okay, you may have a problem in your next life. Okay, so that's this thing goes for the same thing as racist people. I try to tell them, I said, do you know that if you hate blacks so much, you will be the things that you hate the worst in your next life? What do you hate the worst in your life? Don't be hating on stuff and you don't understand their situation. Don't be hating, because this world is basically fleeting. It's very temporary. We live in a life of dreams, okay, all right? It's best to help one another in these dimensions, times, and spaces. Sometimes are more harder than others in different times and different dimensions and spaces. But understand what I'm saying is factual, okay? And when I say it's hypothetical, I will say it's hypotheticals, okay? Other than that, that's all I really got to say about ambition. Ambition also have a lot of overhead. There's a lot of worrying. Okay, there's a lot of people who are out to get you if they find out that you have a lot of wealth. Okay, and another thing is that if you are wealthy, it's best to keep it Don't boast about that shit. Okay, all right. Other than that, y'all have a nice day, and I hope you got the message to my madness, because I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. Peace.